Good morning, class. Today we are going to start with the second lesson of your English book. The name of the lesson is Nani's Walk to the Park. Who is Nani? Nani is your mother's mother. That means your maternal grandmother. And her walk to the park. The story is about her walk to the park. The story is written by Deepa Balsavar. Let's find out what is there in this interesting story. Once a week, Nani goes to the park. Today, Venki wants to go with her. I walk slowly, says Nani, and I take my time getting there. I don't mind, says Venki. So Nani picks up her shopping bag and starts to cross the road. But Nani, says Venki, the park is that way. Now every week, one time in a week, Nani goes for the park and for shopping. And this time, Venki wants to accompany her. We'll go this way, says Nani, through the lane of treasures. The lane of treasures? What a wonderful name for the market. The shops here sell everything. Since the shops there in the market sell everything, that is why Nani called that lane of treasures. When Nani finishes shopping, Venki points to a gate and asks, Shall we take a shortcut, Nani? We'll be at the park in no time. Now, when Nani finishes the shopping, Venki asks her to take a shortcut and reach the park. No, says Nani, we'll go through the lane of beauty. In the lane of beauty, the people stitch amazing godhis. A lady gives Nani a godhi in which Venki sees a piece of her favorite sari and a bit of Ma's kurta. Now, Nani says, No, we'll go by the lane of beauty. And there the lady was stitching godhi. Now, what is godhi? A traditional hand stitched quilt made of recycled material, usually soft old cotton saris. Now, godhi is a quilt, razai, that is made by the reused old clothes, and Nani received that, and Venki can notice that in that old cloth there was Nani's favorite sari and Ma's kurta. That this was the beauty of that lane, that the people can change the old stuffs into new things. Shall we go to the park now? Asked Venki. Yes, Nani. We'll take the lane of happiness. Now Nani says that we'll go through the lane of happiness. Come, come, Nani calls softly, and Venki laughs as dogs and cats tumble out from everywhere. Nani pours the milk she bought at the market, and they watch as the animals lick their bowls clean. Venki doesn't want to leave the lane of happiness, but Nani reminds him that they are on their way to the park. Now, after the lane of beauty, they both went to the lane of happiness. Why is it called the lane of happiness? Because there Nani gave milk to the animals like cat and dogs, and they licked and finished the bowl, and this brought happiness to Venki and Nani while seeing the animals and feeding them. Next, Nani and Venki walked through a lane behind a little school. The children are playing langdi, langori, and sakli. Now, the Nani and Venki were passing behind a school, and small kids were playing there. Is this the lane of noise? Asked Venki. No, it's the lane of mischief. It reminds me of you and your friend, laughs Nani. Now Venki asks that is this the lane of noise because children were making noise? But Nani said, no, it is not the lane of noise. It is the lane of mischief be- because it reminds Nani of Venki and Venki's friends. Have you named all the lanes in the city? Asked Venki. Not all, smiles Nani. Only the ones that are important to me. Now here Venki was very much curious that Nani had named each and every lane, and he asked that whether Nani named all the lanes or not. Nani said no, it is only some of the important lanes which she has named. The park is not far now, but you'll have to be a little patient. I want to stop at the lane of friendship. Now, Nani said that the lane of park means the park is not far away, but she wants to go to the park through the lane of friendship. In the lane of friendship, Nani visits her dear friend. They were girls together and they had grown old together. They whisper and they giggle. In the lane of friendship, Nani had a friend who grown up together. Then Nani gives her friend a hug and says, "It is time to leave. We will now walk through the lane of dreams." Now Nani said, "Now we'll go to the park and now we are going to pass by the lane of dreams." The lane of dreams has more books than Venki's school library. Now the lane of dream was having books. That lane sells the books. The bookseller sells old books for very little money and buys the ones people have finished reading. There the people used to buy books and sell books, and again the shopkeeper would take from the readers and sell it again. Nani chooses a book and says, "Let's go, we are almost at the park now." Now Nani says that Nani took a book from the bookseller and says that we are about to reach the park now. And they walked down the lane of magic. Venki looks up at the big trees that offer shade and feels a cool breeze. Nani shows him Gulmohar, Amalthus and Zarul trees. The flowers on the road looked like a magic carpet. Now it was known as the magic lane. Why? Because there were the trees and the flowers fell on the road and made it like a flower bed, and it looked very beautiful, and that is why it was known as lane of magic. At last they are at the park. It has been a long time since they left home because they have traveled several places, like they went for the lane of happiness, uh, the lane of happiness, the lane of magic, the lane of knowledge. So they have passed a lot of places and finally they reached the park. Venki looks around and thinks of all the people and places he has seen that morning. "I like your lanes, Nani," he says. "May I come with you next week too?" Now Venki liked all these things and the way the Nani named each and every lane. So he requested to come along with Nani the next week too.